firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's George. It's tipped. And he lays it up and in.
So physical for a one. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Outside Morant. Brooks outside. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Memphis with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following a score by the Clippers. Jackson the screen. Morant with it, guarded by Covington. The shot misses, and the Clippers will come the other way.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And the lob disrupted, not to be. And he lobs it up top.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches it. The Clippers grab the miss. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
Yeah, B.A., with all of that experience, is able to switch on so many different guys. And he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Memphis foul. Steven Adams. First personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from George.
You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Now here's George. Up top, Zubac. George passes to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Right side, Morant. Here's Brooks. Pass to Adams. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, Adams back in the paint. That's where he lives.
The Clippers in the lead. Zubac passes to George. Morant against Wall.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
It's Covington on the wing. Leonard against Morant. Ball for 3. And Morant clears the board.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And the basket by Bain.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Brooks against Wall. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Double team on Adams, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Wall, the pass to George. Throws it up high. Covington, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. George's shot is off. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Adams. George with a steal. Leonard on the wing. Brooks defending. And there's Leonard on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second basket.
That's tenacious play in the paint from Kawhi. Just insisting on getting to that shot.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. No one covering. Jackson's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Stolen by Jackson. Payne against George. Back to Payne. Over George. Misses off the right iron. The Clippers shooting the rock well at 46%.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
From deep, Payne. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's George. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 5.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that. And Paul George definitely has the handles.
From deep, Morant hits the 3-pointer. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Greg.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Wall. Shot's good by Morant.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Wall with it. Jackson in his pocket. Wall, the pass to Covington. Misses the layup.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
It's stolen by Wall. And they're pushing it up. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Here's Brooks. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Covington. And the layup is good off the glass. And now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Outside Morant. 1:56 left in the second period. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats with it. Outside Covington. The floater goes back up. And Zubats with the lay-in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Brooks against Leonard to the inside. Covington. And the jam by by Covington.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Jackson down low, working on Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bain. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Yep, that one goes. Adams has gotten his second bucket of the game.
There's the willingness to compete from Steven Adams right there. Finishes through contact.
George outside. It's Covington on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Memphis trailing here. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Jackson. Jack's up a 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wall on the take, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Shooting for LA.
And that one misses.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Yep, that one goes.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Ball for 3. And a pretty tightly contested game. Allie, as always, thank you.
The Grizzlies, 22. The Clippers, 27.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Wall in at the 1. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morant against Wall. Morant, pass to Adams. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. George against Bain. Out to Leonard. And Brent, you look at the Defensive Player of the Year award. Generally, the province of big men. Does that shortchange the great perimeter defenders?
I think so. I mean, we're seeing more and more with teams playing small, BA, the value of being switchable on the perimeter and taking on the best offensive player that tends to come from the wing position. You got to put some more value in how wing defenders are out there and shutting down primary offensive players on the other team.
And Morant drops them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
George passes to Covington. Count the basket. Covington's got 8.
That's a tough shot as Covington finds a way that time.
Morant against Wall. Pass to Adams. Jackson outside. Outside for Morant. And here's Bain. 3-pointer. Covington grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
George with it. Checked by Brooks. Here's Covington. The layup off target. Memphis has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Jackson. Shot blocked. Covington finds Leonard. Fires from deep. Out to Covington. The 3. That shot, no good. And Memphis taking it the other way now. Right side, Morant. Back to Adams. And stolen by Covington. Here's Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Give him 8.
Quick rise and quick fire from the mid-range. This is automatic stuff from Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And George with the jam.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Bane against Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Zubac's shot is off. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Leonard against Bane. No good with a layup. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. George for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Brooks. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. George passes to Zubac. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Adams. Here's Brooks. Jackson against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Morant, pass to Adams. Banked it in off the glass. And now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And it's Morant missing. Leonard for 3. And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top. They're up by 5.
Please give a big round of applause.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. There's the block. Brooks against Wall. There's the drive. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Back to George. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 6 assists in the game.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Left side Bane. Here's the 3. Drops in the 3.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Covington, a screen on Bane. George passes to Covington. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort for Memphis. They've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint, and you can't give him good looks like that.
George, no good. Memphis has gone 5 of 12 from 3-point range tonight. Jackson, pass to Adams. Outside for Brooks. Outside Morant. To tie it up. Jackson for three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at it. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Can't ask for a better look when they needed it most. Using his height advantage inside.
Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Up top, Bain. Brooks against Leonard. The drive by Brooks. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Shot clock at 3. Misses off the left iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Kicks it to George. Pass to Wall. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Morant with it, guarded by Covington. Now Bain. From behind the arc. And Wall pulls it down. Here's George. Crafty move. It's good. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Wall against Morant. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
George with a steal. Leonard outside. He buries it from 3. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Now George. And the Clippers hit again from deep. Here's Morant. Going inside. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
51 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Leonard on the wing from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Now here's Covington. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. For 3, George. And Morant clears the board. Brooks against Covington. On the wing, Bain. Fires the 3. They get the rebound.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. So the Clippers win it. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Monty Williams and their vets. And it's the Suns to start out. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Booker, the pass to Paul. 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup. Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court. So you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
Launches a three. Covington finds Wall. Kicks it to George. From deep. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Outside Paul. Outside for Booker. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Zubac passes to Leonard. Now Wall. Pass to George. This one for three. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now here's Covington. Pass to George. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul.
Mikal Bridges.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Covington against Johnson. 19-footer. And Aiden pulls it down. The Suns have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. Takes it inside. Outside Booker. And the Suns miss again. The Clippers in the lead. George passes to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
The hands of Kawhi are huge, and they help him palm the ball, slam it with ease.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Picked by Covington.
2 minutes.
For three, George. Phoenix grabs the miss. Outside Paul. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Up top, Paul. Wall covering. Oh, get that out of here. They get it back.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
And there's the call on Devin Booker.
Team foul.
That's his first foul. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Wall finds George. Pass to Leonard. Wall with a screen on Bridges. Leonard for three. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns trailing.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Now here's George.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Outside Booker. Here's Paul. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Leonard outside. 5 on the clock. Back to George. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Booker. For 3, Bridges. Leonard pulls down the board. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Wall, the pass to Covington. Leonard outside. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Pass to Aiden. The kick out to Johnson. Aiden with a screen from outside the arc. And Johnson is good for 3. Johnson's got 5 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Let's go with a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Booker against George. Pass to Covington. And that one's good.
A long, strong forward. Covington shows the ability to finish inside.
Outside Paul. Booker against George. Back to Paul. Oh, George with a steal. And Covington, here we go. And the jam by Covington.
On the drive, Covington's agility has a big impact. He can just duck and dodge his way inside.
Here's Paul. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Covington with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Leonard for 3. The Suns clear it. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Booker. Inside. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
George against Booker. George outside. Left side Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Suns leading. Johnson passes to Bridges. Here's Paul. Pass to Aiden. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. On Robert Covington.
Gotta be careful how you guard Aiden. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
And no luck that time either. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Stolen by Bridges. And now the Suns fast break. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That'll belong to John Wall.
That's a tough take by Paul inside. He is absolutely fearless, and that helps him get a trip to the stripe.
That one misses.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs, because he will punish you if you do.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Leonard passes to Zubats. Clock at 6. Oh, they get a hand on it. Shoots. The offensive rebound. Out to Leonard. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Well, when it comes to free throw shooting, Paul is one of the best in the league.
Well, in 2021, he was the best in the league, hitting 93% of his shots he took from the stripe. You're simply better off letting him take the shot clean.
Outside wall. Leonard against Bridges. Leonard can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Paul passes to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Pass to Leonard. Takes a 13-footer. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Paul against Wall. The kick out to Johnson. And here comes the break. Here's Leonard. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Leonard's got 6.
And you can't afford to lose sight of Leonard in these situations. He's just so dangerous and assertive in transition.
And Booker with the jam.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And here's George. Off with the layup. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game.
17, the Clippers, 15.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Clippers trail. So on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Marcus Morris out there with Amir Coffey, and it's Batum in at the 5, down low. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. For the lead. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder with a steal. Pass to Payne. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Morris. Well, the Clippers shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Batum, pass to Jackson. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. And the Suns shooting at about 44% so far. Here's Landale. To the paint. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Suns lead by 4. Well, Richard, you had a long playing career. When you think of the great leaders you were around, what are some of the common threads?
I think one of the common threads are the guys that work the hardest expect the most from their teammates. That's something that I've always seen be very, very consistent with leaders, because leaders, especially leaders of men in professional sports, you have to lead by example.
Pass to Craig. Here's Landale. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Good on the second one. 90 seconds into the second half now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Powell for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And it's Phoenix's ball.
It took Jay Crowder some time to get noticed as a young player. He wasn't widely recruited out of high school. He finally broke out in the last year of college.
Powell outside. Jackson outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He's got to be mad at himself. He won't get a better look than that.
Pass to Landale. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Nick Batum. Crowder took that big leap forward at Marquette. He was named the Big East Player of the Year, Richard.
Yeah, and even with that recognition, he didn't go until the second round of the 2012 draft. But it didn't take long to see that he was a well-suited player for this league.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
With impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or two ahead of the defense.
And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Pass to Lee. Elbow shot. And no good, trying to use the glass. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Jackson gets the bucket.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Outside Payne. Lee on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Landale. And the layup is good. He's got 5.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for the Clippers, Amir Coffey. 3 shots.
He's off on the second. And he nails the third. Here's Payne. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Offensive board. Out to Powell. Takes the 3. Coffey on the wing. The 3 is up. They grab their own miss. Morris finds Batum. They shoot again! And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Phoenix?
At the line for the Clippers,
He hits the second from the line. The Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Crowder outside. Pass to Lee. Back to Crowder. Batum with the defensive effort.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And the basket by Coffey.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
The Suns leading. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Crowder. That one off the back iron and out. Morris outside. Here's Powell. And it's Lee with the rebound. Outside Payne. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him.
your Suns, ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Whew.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Covington, a screen on Bridges. Leonard outside. Off target with the three. And the Suns shooting the ball at 48% so far. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Johnson with it. Back to Ayton. Outside Booker. 5 on the clock. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. Pass to George. The three. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball call.
Paul with it. It's Bridges on the wing. Ayton with a screen. Bridges passes to Ayton. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Here's Booker. And it's in. Off the glass. And the Suns lead by 7.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
The three, George. And there's the foul. It's even to Zubac. That's his first foul of the game. For Phoenix, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Outside Booker. There's the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Now here's Zubac. It's George on the wing. From the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. For 3, Bridges. Ball finds Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Covington to the middle. And stolen by Paul. Pass to Ayton. Inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Booker against George. And here's Covington.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Tries to snap the cold streak. Shot clock at 6. Wall. And Ayton pulls it down. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Paul. Pass to Booker. Lets the three fly.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Ayton, a screen on Wall. Here's Paul. That one's wide left. Well, the Clippers shooting a low 26% from the field. Leonard passes to Covington. Back to Leonard. Here's Covington. Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Leonard's shot's good.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket, knows exactly how to score at will.
Now Paul. Outside Booker. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Leonard for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
From deep, Johnson. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will come the other way. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. From deep. They get it back. Pass to Covington. From deep three-point range. And he can't get that one. So the Suns win it. A clean win.
locker room. Each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready.
Here we go.
But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Russell. And he's good on the 3 ball. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backboards to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Russell finds Edwards. Pass to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Edwards can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And George able to finish.
When George is aggressive now, I think it energizes his whole team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thank you, David.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Towns with the bucket.
I think they want Towns to be a little more active like this, using his size and strength to score on the move.
Now, here is George. The 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Edwards. And he drives in. He kicks it to Gobert. Leonard with the steal. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. George with no one around. That one no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Off with the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Edwards against George. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards leading the charge. Out to Russell. Edwards looking it over. Takes it inside. Here's Towns. Over in the corner, Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got 6.
Towns doing a nice job with a smart play there, getting the ball to a ready shooter instead of trying to force it himself.
George against Edwards. Got a piece of it. Covington down low. Back to Zubac. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Passes to Russell. Edwards against George. Edwards dishes to Russell. 5 to shoot. Lobbed up there for Edwards. He's off on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
So it's Minnesota now. the Clippers getting the bucket. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. McDaniels passes to Edwards. And the rejection by Zubac. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves. And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Here's McDaniels. Down low. Here's Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, how do you stop Karl Anthony Towns, an elite scoring talent with incredible size? You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive, but recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Here's Covington. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Russell with it. He's picked up by Wall. Russell passes to Gobert. Towns kicks to McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Leonard inside. McDaniels defending. Count that 1. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Russell feeling it out a bit. And the pass to Gobert. McDaniels with the ball. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Outside for George. Outside Covington. Outside George. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Wall. Kicks to Leonard. Gobert with the block. Russell against Leonard. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Towns. There's the triple. Russell with it. Leonard picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Gobert with the block. Wall, good.
John Wall.
And there's 1:45 left in the first half. Gobert with the screen on Wall. Russell passes to Edwards. to end the cold streak. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Now Russell. Outside, Towns. Rebounded by Covington. And it's Wall with the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. The score now all even. Leonard's got 8.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
Substitution on the board.
There's 38 seconds left here in the second. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
From deep, George buries it from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it.
Here's Noel. This is it to Reed. Shot clock at 5. Here's Noel. No good with the layup. And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
21. The Clippers, 22.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Paul George really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Reed is out there with Anderson. And it's Torian Prince. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside for George. Leonard inside. Guarded by Prince.
Quick and smart, Prince finds all kinds of ways to disrupt shooters.
Noel, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubats has got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Into the lane. Noel plays it up off the glass. Noel's got his first 2 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Morris passes to Coffee. Minnesota with the rebound. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
There's a good screen.
Blocking foul on Nicholas Batum. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Prince. Defense right on him. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Prince with it. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Prince. And it's Anderson atop the key. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Jackson kicks to Powell. To the inside. Stolen by Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Guarded by Jackson. It's tipped. They get it back. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. There's the dish to Batum. He kicks it to Powell. Shot clock at 3. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
Substitution on the court.
George with the ball. He's got 12. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Towns down low. Covington's there. Gobert dishes to Towns. 2 on the clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
And George with the stuff.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots over McDaniel. Unable to get that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Has to go back. Outside, Towns. It's good. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Now the Timberwolves with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Edwards passes to Towns. Stolen by George. Gobert against Zubac. Missed inside. Outside, Towns. For 3, Edwards. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1.
Oh, George really feeling it right now. Another bucket to his credit.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Edwards with another miss. Clippers trail by 7. Inside. Covington kicks to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Back to Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. McDaniels finds Russell. Back to McDaniels. Outside Russell. Shoots from the elbow. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's George. Feeds to Covington. Towns with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Back to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
George from deep three-point land. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Wall with the steal. Driving in. They get a hand on it. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Edwards against Covington. Gobert.
He won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
And here's George for 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Russell. And the rejection by Zubats. Outside Leonard. He dishes it to George. Outside Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
That's to Gobert. Towns in the corner. George against Edwards. The feed to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubats. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Covington's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside Russell. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Nobody near Leonard. The three-pointer no good. Minnesota leading by 11.
And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for Minnesota.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Rudy Gobert.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
It's hauled in by the Clippers. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A 3 from Leonard. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
That may not be his first choice, but Kawhi's not going to pass it up if it's there for him. Good decision to take the quick jumper off the catch.
Outside, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And here's Edwards from the arc. That shot off. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at small forward. Covington against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Bain.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George displays strong timing and discipline.
Tries again. Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches a 3. Good. And the setup by Moran.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Now here's Leonard. Zubac passes to Leonard. Out left to the wing. It's George on the wing. Sinks the tray.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Blocked! First quarter and about a minute and a half in. And there it is for him. George has got 5 now.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Outside Morant. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Covington finds George. 3-pointer. Covington passes to Wall. And here's George. The 3-ball. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
To the inside, Adams uses the glass on the layup.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
George passes to Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Back to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Now here's Morant. Fires the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. He's got 6.
Nice stroke by Morant. You love to see him drain the 3 a little bit more.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Wall, the pass to Covington. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And he drops a first.
A 3-and-D wing. Covington's skill set is perfect for how players and teams play the game today.
Boston's checked in for Los Angeles. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. What I like about Adams, he just knows where to be. Nice play.
Zubac with a screen on Moran, and the Clippers miss again.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
George with it, checked by Brooks. Leonard passes to George. Back to Leonard. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. George for 3. No good that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Brooks outside. And stolen by Covington. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's George. And George with the jam.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Morant against Leonard. Three-pointer. And Ja Morant good for three. Morant's got 9.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Picked by Covington. George passes to Covington. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Down low and stolen by Covington. Zubac's inside, hounded by Morant. Pass to Covington. Here's Boston. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis Grizzlies. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
We've got Ivica Zubac, Kawhi Leonard out there with Paul George. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Boston in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Boston. Brooks defending. Boston with the bucket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Outside Morant. Adams with a screen on Leonard. And here's Morant outside. Pure from three-point range. He's got 12.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Jackson left side. Adams high post. Brooks outside. There's the triple. Rebound by the Clippers. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Adams finds Morant. Back to Adams. Oh, George with a steal. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. George outside. He takes it in. And George with the jam.
So slippery when he's driving the ball. Paul George makes it look easy.
Leonard against Morant. Pass to Adams. Morant with it. Just 4 to shoot. The 3 from Bain. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George with it, guarded by Morant. Here's Boston. Kicks it to George. Now Zubac. Now George. He's got 9. And the jam by George.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Here's Brooks. He got a piece of it. Here's Boston. Soft touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Clippers.
They are making a statement so far on the defensive end, sending shots away in incredible fashion, loving the hustle.
And the defensive game plan is obvious. They want to keep taking the ball away and creating chaos for the other team.
The Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Covington finds Morris. And the 3 off target. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
B.A., you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Showing great poise. Passes up his own shot for something better.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Leonard.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive, rising up with ease and throwing it down.
against Leonard. Takes a three. And Ja Morant with the three. Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
Leonard passes to Zubac. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Adams a screen. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by George. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Leonard passes to Morris. Here's George. Driving inside. And the jam by George.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside for Brooks. The three is up. Kept alive. Second chance effort. There's Jackson with the three. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Leonard finds George. And a miss there on the triple. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a, thanks very much, Allie. And
Your Clippers, 27, the Grizzlies, 24.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit. Gave this offense a different dimension.
On the court for Memphis. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Here's Adams, the shake, and it's good on the lay-in. Adams has got 8. Well, Smitty, recently it seems like mid-range shooting is making something of a comeback. More guys taking shots from that area.
And B.A., I am so happy. There's nothing wrong with the mid-range game. Some stars have proven it's a viable method, even in the three-point focused modern game. And for the moment, defenses aren't always prepared to deal with it.
Back to Morant. Outside Payne. 4-3. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 4 assists in the game.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bane. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Now here's Payne. Outside for Morant. Up again. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail. George outside. Leonard outside. Fires from deep. Here's Covington. The putback. Knocks it loose. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Shot from the wing, and Morant with the basket on the assist from Bane. 17 points in the game.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Adams, shot's good.
Another day, another dime. Ja Morant has that pass-first mentality, keeping his teammates involved.
Pass to Covington. George outside. And here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with 1 hand. Here's Morant. Jackson on the wing, covered by Covington. And it's slammed in by Adams.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Leonard against Morant. Leonard passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Morant, the pass to Jackson. It's stolen by Leonard in transition. Morris with it. Checked by Brooks. Back to Morris for the lead. Fires in the triple. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Back to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Here's Brooks. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Morris finds Covington. It's Covington on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Quick attack by Covington, not giving the defense a chance to get all over him.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bain. And stolen by Covington. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Very active player. Covington is so good at prying the ball away.
Here's Brooks. Guarded by Morris. Brooks, the pass to Bain. George with a steal. To the paint. Here's Covington. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
And here's Leonard. With 1 on the clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Both shots good from the strike. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
4th quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Ivica Zubac out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Paul George, and it's Morris in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. 2 on the clock, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. George outside. Offensive rebound. Morris for 3. No good there. Knocked away. It's stolen by Leonard. Tipped and stolen by Morant. Bain against George. Fires from the wing. Jackson can't get it to go.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Pass to Morris. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Bain with it, guarded by Covington. Here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Here's Jackson. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Bain against George. Pass to Zubac. Leonard way outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Memphis trailing here. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Now Adams. Inside. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Zubac. Jackson for 3. That doesn't go either for Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Right side Bane. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. George outside. Back to Leonard. And stolen by Morant. And they're on the run. That one's good from Bane on the assist by Morant.
Look at Desmond. Exclamation point on the fast break.
Leonard against Morant. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Morris on the wing. Leonard outside. Pass to Covington. Puts up a 3. Clippers keep it alive. Back to Leonard. For 3. Kicks it to George. Launches it. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Brooks against Morris. Jackson on the wing. Over Covington. Oh, Covington with a block. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Zubac with the steal. Morris with it. Checked by Brooks. George outside. Leonard outside. 1:03 left in the fourth. George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Clippers.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, BA, that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Paul George.
He was all over the place, pressuring ball handlers, jumping the passing lanes. His steals made a huge impact on this game.
Outside Covington. Back to Leonard. Covington passes to Leonard. From downtown, the shot won't fall. So it's the Grizzlies now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The upside Ja Morant has is exciting. An explosive young talent with an outstanding work ethic.
So he gets them both. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Morant against Leonard. Morris outside. So the Clippers win it. Boy, a hard. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
Oh, say does.
And with these teams, Brent, we have a couple of the deepest rosters in the NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Leonard kicks to Morris. Wall looking for an opening. Fades away. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. For 3, Booker. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George hacks a 2-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. At the wall. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Zubats with the screen for George. Ayton against Zubats. Off target at the rim. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George passes to Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, a marksman from every spot on the floor. Didn't think you'd say that about Kawhi Leonard coming out of college, but now one of the toughest covers in the league.
Now here's Paul. Johnson surveying the floor. And the rejection by Zubats. George against Booker. And George kicks to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Booker with a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Paul George with the steal. Morris dishes to Leonard. The tray. And again, no good by the Clippers. Suns leading by 5. Bridges kicks to Ayton. Paul outside. Oh, Ayton in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. George passes to Wall. And there's the pass to Leonard. Fires it up. And he connects with the jumper.
And an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now here's Booker. To the wing on the left. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Booker.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Wall, trailing by 5. George finds Zubats. Bridges with the steal. All up top. Here's Ayton. Back to Paul. Fires from the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And the Clippers making a change here. Covington's checked in.
Robert Covington.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Covington. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. Baseline try. Good. Leonard's got 6 points.
Boy, Leonard keeping the game very simple and just taking what the defense is gifting him.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Suns leading by 3. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Now here's Leonard. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. The kick out to Wall. The offensive rebound. Outside Covington. Los Angeles with another miss. Johnson at the elbow. Ball outside. The 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And CP3 is so good at choosing when he unleashes his three-point arsenal.
Pass to George. And here's Covington. The kick out to Wall. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Booker outside. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. On the wing, Bridges. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Phoenix grabs the miss.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Back to Ball. Johnson with it. Leonard picks him up. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Now here's Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. George, that's a 2-pointer. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Jordan, the kick out to Wall. No good on the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Bridges passes to Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
George looking over the floor. Here's Leonard, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on 8. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. And you could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Covington. Here's Hayton. Crafty move. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the paint, here's Wall, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Covington. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And that one is good. And now it's only a 5-point Suns lead.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Paul against Wall. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 8 points in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've got here in the first half.
Outside, George. It's George on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Johnson.
Just such an elite defender.
Thank you, David.
21.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum, and it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Stolen. Payne gets a wide open look. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Now here's Jackson. He is still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Suns. Lee outside. 3-pointer. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Payne. Suns leading by 9. Passes it to Crowder. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Coffey. Here's Jackson. Craig pulls it in. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Lee kicks to Crowder. Takes the 3. That shot missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Pass to Coffey. Fires the 3. Here's Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The fadeaway. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Batum with the steal. Jackson passes to Morris. It's Powell on the wing. Outside Jackson. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Suns leading by 11. Outside Crowder from past the arc. Good on the triple. Crowder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And Crowder is capable from out there.
Jackson passes to Batum. Powell, no one around him, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Payne over Jackson. Three-pointer, Crowder. And it's off the back rim, no good. Clippers trail by 11. There's the pass to Powell. For the three. There's a minute left in the third. From the top of the key. Rebound by the Suns. Payne kicks to Crowder. Going inside to the right side. A wide open look here for Craig. No good on the three.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Amir Coffey. Paul George is checked in for Norman Powell. And John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Phoenix Suns looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Paul, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Wall dishes to Leonard. They get the rebound. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Booker, no good. And the Clippers have possession. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Leonard dishes the Wall. Paul with the steal. Bridges inside. Leonard's there. Here's Zubac. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Suns leading by 11. Paul passes to Johnson. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And they pick up 2.
Not letting anybody keep him from that spot. Paul George, a nice, strong play that time.
Paul outside. Pass to Booker. Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. And there's the drive. Leonard with the steal. The finish. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
On the wing, Bridges. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Outside, George over Johnson. That one a little long. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Knocked away. Paul passes to Ayton. Bridges, right side. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. Kicks it out to Paul from past the arc. Paul George grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Morris dishes the Wall. Pass to Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a team.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Paul for 3, and there's a whistle. Goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers.
Robert Covington.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. All with it. He's picked up by Paul. The 3 from George. Count it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Ball against Paul. He kicks it to Ayton. Phoenix, no good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls. Get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Well, that has to be a relief, ending a 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
George finds Wall. The pass to Leonard. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building.
Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at point guard. Gobert with the bucket.
Feed Rudy Gobert down low. Watch him cash in.
Now here's George to the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And it's McDaniels off the drive. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
George outside. The 3. Here's Zubats. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Towns. Pass to Edwards. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest. And consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
Here's Russell following the score by the Clippers. Gobert finds Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Second chance shot. Nice move. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
For 3, George. Minnesota with a rebound. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
So it's the Clippers now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. George's shot is off. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Zubats with it. Russell covering. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Perfect timing on that rejection. Boy, Towns really improving on the defensive end.
Minnesota in the lead. And here's McDaniels. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Jacks up a 3. Now Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Edwards can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And here's Leonard. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And we have to take another look at that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
1:41 left to play in the first.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Now here's Edwards. Towns with the ball. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
George against Edwards. Here's Zubats. It's blocked by Gobert. McDaniels inside. George defending. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 6. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
And they've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
The Timberwolves have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Covington passes to George. Pass to Leonard. Shot to end the cold streak, and the dunk by Leonard.
John Wall's vision is unquestioned. He puts it on time and on target, creates an easy look for his teammate.
Russell to pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Shoots over George.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender.
And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. George outside. Up top, Zubats. Back to George. Clock at 6. Blocked again!
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Pass to Towns from deep. And Wall pulls it down.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And it's good for 2.
When Covington stays in control on his drives, he can be so effective on the move.
Russell to pass to Towns. Driving in, and it's powered home by Towns.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
George outside. Pass to Zubats. Out to Covington. Here's Zubats. George outside. The double clutch. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
George hits them both. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And he makes the first.
Rudy Gobert is known as the Stifle Tower, and why not? He has always been such a strong anchor for his team on the defensive end of the floor.
Outside Wall. Leonard outside. Back to Wall. Lays it up and banks it in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Russell. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Well, the more experience you get in understanding how to run pick and roll, the better you become. D'Angelo Russell improving his decision-making.
Leonard passes to Zubats. The kick out to Wall. And Gobert with a block. McDaniels with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And here's Edwards outside. It's not going to go for him.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Here's Wall. Nice. He gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Well, you carve out position, you get a high percentage look. John Wall has got size from the lead guard. Look out.
Wall against Russell. Here's Gobert. Nice move. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Leonard against McDaniels. Here's Zubats. The shot comes out. Good D by Gobert. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Picked by Covington. George passes to Covington. He can't hit that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Russell. And we've got 28 seconds left in the half. And Covington, here we go. Missed inside. The Timberwolves have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. That one's good for 2. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Leonard passes to Covington. Here's Wall. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And hold up. We're not...
The previous play is under
officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And after seeing it now in slow-mo, I definitely think he was late with it.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call. Allie, as always, thank you.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Clippers, 18, the Timberwolves, 27.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Pass to Noel. Over to the left wing. Here's Prince. Here's the 3. Leonard pulls down the board. George outside. The kick out to Wall. Outside Covington to the inside. Here's Zubats. Wall finds Covington. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Leonard for 3. That shot off. Minnesota in the lead.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
McLaughlin's shot is good.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Reed. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for him. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reed worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reed is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Outside, Anderson. And stolen by Covington. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the jam by Covington.
Well, you can see Covington's speed and transition opportunities. That was a nice job getting out in front.
Pass to Prince. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Leonard, left side. Zubats with it. Back to Leonard. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Naz Reed.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there. It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Pass to Reed. Here's Noel. No good on the triple. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Wall on the attack. And the big finish by Wall.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Now here's Reed. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. This one for three. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Pass to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Edwards finds Towns. Goes up at the elbow. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. To the middle. It's intercepted. Fast break, Minnesota. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Down low. Coffee. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. No luck on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Batum. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Powell, guarded by Edwards. And here is Morris. From downtown. That one is off. Left side, Russell. Here's Edwards. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Oh, had a nice open look right there.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
McDaniels finds Russell. And he lobs it up. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
The Clippers trail. Now here's Leonard. Zubats with a screen on McDaniels. Back to Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It's blocked by Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Covington. Edwards can't hit.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Oh! Gets it down! Show us some power!
Well, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Minnesota basketball.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Edwards finds Towns. 5 to shoot. Leonard against Edwards. Zubats with the steal. Outside Covington. Pass to Wall. Here's Zubats. Zubats with a screen on Gobert. Leonard for 3. And they recover it. Back to Zubats. Now Leonard. Now Zubats. Defended by Gobert. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Leonard. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
Back to Wall. Outside Covington. Back to Wall. 4 on the clock. George for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the foul called on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Russell. And he makes it. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
In huge moment, D'Angelo Russell comes through big time.
Outside Wall. George outside. He can't get it to go. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Towns against Covington. Pass to Edwards. Slams it in.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
George passes to Zubats. Good D by Gobert. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Zubats.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Covington passes to Zubats. Leonard on the wing. Now Wall. Here's George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Covington. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Think about Robert Covington's past to being a valuable asset on the NBA roster. A guy who was undrafted out of Tennessee State, begins his career in Philadelphia with a team that wasn't trying to win, and now has become the prototypical 3-and-D valuable asset.
Outside Edwards. Screen on George to the paint. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Now Edwards. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for it.